Hello and welcome to Mrs. Accounting Tutor's presentation on income statement partial. My name is Mary J. Collins and I'll be your host. This partial income statement is for a merchandising company using the periodic inventory system. Let's start with the three-line header for the statement. We start with the name of the company, then the title of the statement, and then the period for which the statement covers. In our example, the name of the company is Love Thy Pet Inc. The title of the statement is an income statement, and we place partial in parentheses to denote that this is not the entire income statement, but just a portion of it. And then we put the date for the year ended December 31st, 2014. Please note that this is for an entire year, starting at January and ending in December. So that is the three-line header for our statement. Let's start now with the revenues section. We will have a header, a section header, which is revenues. Our revenues are sales, and we will place that amount in the right-hand column, less sales returns and allowance and sales discount. We are subtotaling these two amounts, so we will pull them over one column and simply place the total of those two added together into the right-hand column. Then we will subtract to get net sales. So our net sales is our sales minus our sales returns and allowance and sales discounts. Let's look at an example. We have the section header, revenues. We have sales revenue with the amount placed in the right-hand column. We have less sales returns and allowances. We place that one column over to the left. Then we have sales discount, which is placed directly under it. And then we total those two together by adding them. That is then placed in the right-hand column. And then we will subtract sales returns and allowances and sales discounts to get net sales. And we will place that in the right-hand column. This is the revenue section of a partial income statement. Now let's look at putting these two together. We have the income, we have the title header, which is the header section. Then we have the revenue section placed together, and it should look like this. Now we'll move on to the third section, cost of goods sold section of the income statement. This is far more expanded in this statement because we wanted to show you how we got to cost of goods sold. So we start with the section header, cost of goods sold. Then we placed beginning inventory in the second column. This will develop into a 4-column statement. Next we put purchases and purchase returns and allowance and purchase discounts. Note that we pulled purchases over one column, and then for purchase returns and allowance and purchase discounts we pulled them over again. And we will subtract our purchases minus our purchase returns and allowance and purchase discounts to get our net purchases. We'll add the freight in. That's the freight that we charge when merchandise is coming into the store. And that will give us the cost of goods purchased right here. Now we will add that to our beginning inventory to get cost of goods available for sale. Then we will subtract our ending inventory, and that will give us our cost of goods sold, which we will place in the far right hand column. Note that nothing else is in the far right hand column. Let's do an example. Alright, we have a section header, cost of goods sold. And we start with our beginning inventory, which is one column over. And then we do purchases, which we will place in the third column over. Less purchase returns and allowance. And we place that in the fourth because we're subtotaling that. Purchase discounts goes in the same column. And then the balance, adding those two together, goes in the third column. This will give us net purchases because we're going to take purchases minus purchase returns allowance and purchase discounts. Then we will add the freight in to the net purchases, and this will give us cost of goods purchased, which we will then move over to the second column. We'll add that to the beginning inventory to get cost of goods available for sale. And then we will subtract our ending inventory to get our cost of goods sold. And that's our cost of goods sold section of the income statement. Now let's look at the sections. We have the header section, the revenue section, and the cost of goods sold section of a partial income statement. Here is our net sales. Here's our cost of goods sold. We subtract our cost of goods sold from our net sales and we get gross profit. And that's where we're going to end this partial income statement. Now, for links to job aids, we have the link here for instruction for gross profit section of the income statement for the periodic system. Please feel free to print it off and use it. And then for the C&M students, we have my website, which you can access with your username and password, as you can any C&M website. Thank you very much for your interest in this topic, and I look forward to seeing you on other videos.